You know, it's recording downwards, right? Do you want to have the video in your hand? Are we recording right now?
Well, it is a day in the life of us. What day is it? It's Monday?
Monday.
Monday the 26th?
8:38 in the morning. We're in the car.
Yeah, we actually got up at 6:30 of all things, but we had to pack up from our 2-night stay, so that of course took us longer than... But anyway, we are out. We are off to see some things, but first the recap.
First, Corrections Corner, which has a name now.
Yeah, thanks to my favorite murder. Yesterday we failed to mention that I saw a family of quail the previous day, which was adorable. Justin didn't see it, so I feel bad for him.
Yep.
Because it was like 2 little quail and the parent quail and, you know, the dad quail with the thing on his head. It was super cute. And also there was a burned out van on one of the roads and emergency vehicles, and it was very weird.
Yeah, we were on the north right corner of the park going back to the north side, and it got really slow, and we're like, oh, it must be another Animal Jam or whatever. But then they were like, oh, there are a bunch of emergency vehicles. This is strange.
Yeah.
And then when we finally got it, we were like sent into the other lane to go around, and there was a flatbed truck, and there was I would call it the husk of a van.
That's a good word for it.
It was completely burnt out. Like it was just very strange. If we had, brains in our heads, we would have taken a picture of it, because it was very strange. Yeah. But yeah, that was a thing.
Okay, so that's corrections/additions. Now, what we did yesterday, if you imagine the park loops as a figure 8, we started in the middle of the 8 and then we went around the bottom. So we started in Canyon Village and saw some beautiful views of the lower and upper falls.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be right close to the waterfall, like at the edge of where it was falling, and then we got to see it from a beautiful distance and see the people who were where we were before. We also got very lost. Well, as lost as you can get on a path that goes 2 ways. There was supposedly some kind of metal stairway down in the canyon side to see the waterfall, but we went in both directions from the path from the parking lot that it was supposed to be accessible at and did not find it.
Yep.
So it's a mystery.
Yeah, we walked probably a mile loop from the left of the parking lot we're in, and there was an overlook that was terrible. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was not worth the mile.
Compared to the other ones we saw, yeah.
Compared to what you could get literally just from falling out of your car in the parking lot, it was not improved. And then we went to the right, and then we sort of it started going down. Like, oh, maybe this is it. But then it just seemed like it was going to keep going forever. And we eventually realized that was the part that connected to the south trail, which you could drive to. So we didn't want to walk like 2.5 miles
away from the car
when we could just drive there instead, because we are lazy, I guess.
But Artist's Point,
we did save a lady from making the same mistake as us. The major problem with that particular spot was the map. Most of the places that you stop, or the major ones, have a sub map that is posted on a sign somewhere in the spot. That's not in the main map that you get at the entrance to the park. And the sign that had the map was in a weird spot, not actually near the paths or the overlook. And we walked towards the overlook at the start, and we didn't want to walk back and look at the sign. We're like, oh, well, the way down is probably going to be obvious, and or there will be other signs. There were not other signs, and it was not obvious. So, moral of the story is always bring a map.
And you mentioned earlier Animal Jams.
I did.
We experienced so many Animal Jams yesterday. Most of them towards the end of the day, but We experienced bison, elk, coyote, and possibly bear. We need to go back and check the footage and see if we can see it, because the people who were looking at it had binoculars and it was dusk at that point. But we saw lots of wildlife yesterday. It was really, really cool.
And Artist Point is amazing. It is.
Yes.
It is one of the best things to see in this entire park, and
it's just gorgeous.
yeah. And gold star to Sarah for being significantly less
Scaredy cat than
scaredy
previous.
cat than last time.
Yeah.
We have an actual at the Artist Point selfie.
There are still some points where I'm near the edge of something where I look and my stomach suddenly lurches and I
We
step
got
back.
some animals over there
Oh yeah?
in the field, that straight out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Grazing herders. Very cool. Oh
So-
yeah, people are absolute idiots when it comes to bison. Animal Jams have taught us that. Which hopefully we'll have footage of the idiocy. Luckily no one got gored, at least that we saw. But
Yeah, if you're gonna get gored in your own time. We don't want to see it.
no. But the bison herd with all the little ones, and they would like prance across the road. It's really cute. But going out of order. Next, after the canyon, we went to the we went to the sulfur cauldron and the mud volcano. Which the mud volcano itself wasn't as cool as it sounds, but all the stuff that we saw around there was really neat. Like the dragon.
Was that dragon mouth?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Dragon mouth, super cool.
Yeah, it makes sort of a roaring noise. It bellows smoke, and there's just like constant waves coming out of it towards you. It's kind of crazy. We had a lot of fun with hydrothermal features yesterday. We blasted past the fishing bridge in Lake Village, and that seemed like a lot more interesting to people who are camping here and or fishing here. And then we went down to West Thumb, which has the West Thumb Geyser Basin, which is absolutely beautiful because it's up against the edge of the lake. So there's actual like steaming, bubbling pots of hot water like 2 feet from the actual lake edge, just sitting there being cool.
Pretty sure they're hot.
I love you too. And that took us a lot of time. We made some executive decisions to get to Grand Prismatic Spring yesterday and forego a lot of
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say.
the other things we want to see on that part of the loop, just so that we could see it. We weren't sure if today was going to be sunny or cloudy, so we wanted to at least see it once. But we are going to hit all of the stuff in the Old Faithful
Ducks.
leg. Oh, those are cute ducks. And then we will head south out of the park through Grand Teton, and on to Points Unknown. Possibly Fossil Butte might be our stopping place tonight. We'll see. But it's beautiful here. It's gorgeous. When we watch this in the future, come back sometime. And also go back to Craters of the Moon. That place is fucking awesome. Really want to explore there.
Yeah, and just remember that we spent like 4 hours at the waterfalls part, so
Leave plenty of time.
leave plenty of time. It's difficult to do anything else, and plus that if you get here as late as we do some mornings. So
I guess another good tip to our future selves would be plan your trip so that you're gonna end close to the place you want to exit each day. Because
yeah, we went on Saturday, it got pitch black, and we were an hour from the west gate. Yesterday, we were actually at the west gate, basically at sunset. So we had greatly improved our. It was a really nice sunset. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be here for sunset today, but I could be wrong, given how long it takes us to look at things that we think are cool. But, you know, we'll play it by ear. We have no set schedule, so. But we have all our stuff with us, and we're ready for our next adventure. All right, this is hi to our future selves.
Bye!
Bye!